everybody, Chris here. So what can make Dogecoin go on a rally here as we get close to the end of 2025? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we know that we are entering a bear market. Some of you maybe still be bullish, but overall the signals are bearish. I'll show you a few more here in this video. But overall, Dogecoin still has an opportunity to go on rallies because we know that has happened in the past. So we're going to talk about all that. Let me show you the charts in the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Let me start here with the current Dogecoin price. We're just over 13 cents, holding on, going kind of sideways, still below that long-term support line that may turn into resistance here, and that's up at 13.4 right now. Bitcoin is also going sideways since yesterday evening, right above $88,000. Again, as we're in a weekend, and it's the weekend before the Christmas holiday, the volume is ticking down. There's just no interest in crypto right now. We're stuck at this area where the crypto fear and greed index is back down to extreme fear. That's right. Went down to 17 now. Sentiment collapsing across the crypto market. Satoshi Flipper saying, wow, this place is such a ghost town. People seem completely disinterested. Just don't give an F about crypto. Most of crypto Twitter has zero expectations for Q1 2026. Could it be the calm before the storm? This is typically what crypto does, though, is we get like no sentiment. I mean, it's not even like mass selling. It's like nothing going on. Everyone's just sitting around waiting to see what happens. Tracer says, look, the bear market starts now. Unemployment rate just hit an all-time high. Every time it happens, the alts dump. So, and here we are again, right? Unemployment is continuing to tick up. Now, a lot of this is based on Trump and like the whole Doge initiative and getting rid of like all of these NGOs, these different various government quasi-organizations that aren't really needed. And so you got a lot of people. And that's just the way it is. Now, there are private sector jobs that are being created, right? The government isn't hiring. And a lot of what happened back here in 2022, why unemployment like dropped so much. And what was that from? That was from the Biden administration just hiring a bunch of people into the government. And so Trump's been letting them go and getting rid of all the excess. And that just leads to more negativity. And we could see bear market happen. So that's what happens. And that could be coming. We'll see how that plays out. But we get into these kinds of figures, though. People just having fun on Twitter, right? Here's ETH, right? ETH is about to crash really hard. Well, is it? Because this is actually a reversed. Yes, it is a reversed chart where this head and shoulders, the head is actually at $1,450 ETH, and then ETH actually went up to 4,000, right? And then back down to 2,600, right? So this is the other shoulder, and we could see then ETH go back up, and it would be this head and shoulder. So you flip it back, it's a reverse head and shoulder, and we see the price go up. Just kind of a funny thing. Here, Vivek has one for Bitcoin. You zoom out and you look at Bitcoin all the way back from 2017, right? Bitcoin went up to 20K, then 2018 went down like into a bear market, and then goes up, right? 69K, and then goes into a bear market down to 15,600. And then here we've just had, right, a bull market to 126,200 that we just hit there. And now we are in a bear. Now, I don't believe in this, like arrow, like right there. I think we still have a deeper bear to go for a little bit longer. Usually that lasts about a year. But maybe it's different this time, and maybe there is a super cycle or extended cycle or something like that. What could cause that? I don't think it's anything Bitcoin related, though. I don't think so. Ali says, look, BTC open interest has dropped considerably, right? By nearly $5 billion in the past month. And I say, well, yeah, because the exchanges and market makers keep liquidating the open interest leverage traders, right? That's why it's gone down so much. All this huge leverage has gotten flushed out by the market makers. So we've seen that going on. How about Doge? Doge has completed a clear liquidity sweep after a long corrective phase, taking out the weak hands near major support. Really? The weak hands? Oh, there's been some of that, but it's also all that leverage trading too. That's what liquidity sweep means. It doesn't mean like scare everybody so that they sell their Doge, although there's some of that going on. But no, this is all manufactured by the exchanges. Look at that. This is a big October 10th, the flash crash that we had that just totally wiped out all that long leverage. And then what has happened since? More new leverage traders come in saying, well, we'll just catch Doge back on the upswing. But it didn't happen. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down, but more down than up. It continuing to take out new long leverage trades. And the same thing on the Bitcoin chart as well, just not as volatile as Dogecoin. Doge is now stabilizing at the lows. Selling momentum appears exhausted. If buyers step in from this zone, Doge could start a relief bounce. So what is it going to take for buyers to step in, right? What's going on with Doge that would cause that to happen? Well, we could do all the TA in the world, right? Like Olivier does here, right? We could do all the fibs. We can look at all of this stuff, right? That doesn't mean anything. All these fib lines and stuff. No, no, no. It's not about this. It's about what's happening with Dogecoin, right? So we turn to memes because that's what Doge is. Oh no, much dip. Wow, such opportunity. Buy, right? Because that's what we think. We're positive thinkers. And I know some of you, you're looking at your portfolio and say, how can I be positive when there's so much red in your portfolio? Well, that just means that you weren't following the cycles, right? You weren't following the cycles. Those of you that had been buying at 5 and 6 cents last cycle, or the cycle before at 2 cents or a penny or below, you're not worried about this, right? Because in the long term, this is going to turn around. So I get it, why people who bought most recently, especially in the 40s or 30s or even in the 20s, and now we're at 13 cents. I get it, right? I've lived that before. I went through a whole cycle. That's just timing more than anything else. We ain't broke, right? We're just pre-moon, right? We're just pre-moon. So we can look, I mean, that's what we do, right? It's just how we survive, how we get by with all of this, right? We survive, we strive, we thrive. Just relax. I know it's hard. It's hard to relax, right? When you look at the portfolios. But this is Dogecoin we're talking about. Why did you buy Dogecoin in the first place? You thought it would be easy? You thought you just buy Doge, the price goes to the moon right away, and you become rich? No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Trader Allen says, look, the others on the overall market cap, meaning like all of the alts below like the top 10, so Doge isn't even included in this, but we're totally oversold, right? The stochastic RSI is totally oversold. That's because nobody cares about all those stupid alts, right? The money's just drying out. There's no faith that the market is going to turn around anytime soon. So totally oversold can become more and more oversold for a long period of time. Look at 2022. And it even went into 2023. Look at that. And look at the bottom that we had in 2018. Here, we're just starting that. It's just starting. This can go a full year like it did back here in 2022 and back here where it did 2018, where it totally bottomed out and flattened out on alts. That's what we're going to see here. Now, what could save it? How about Doge, right? Hey, the smartest man alive reveals the secret to the next Dogecoin rally. That's right. Young-Hoon Kim, he claims to hold the world record for the highest IQ of 276. He's a crypto enthusiast. But he's also like a fan of Dogecoin. Dogecoin has caught his attention. What's going on here? Well, he posted that, can I join your board at Dogecoin? Right? Needs the world highest IQ holder. I think I can make Doge bullish. And it's like, wait, what? Why would he do this? This is kind of interesting. He added that him joining the board would make Doge rally on the charts. Even though he underlined it's not financial advice, asked his followers to do their own research. But it's like, yeah, that's not going to do it. Just because this guy, right, gets involved in Dogecoin, that doesn't make it rally. No, it's what I've been saying. X money, launching in 2025. Now, Elon said it's launched internally, so we haven't seen it yet, but it still says launching in 2025. X money is already live behind closed doors. Employees are moving real money. P2P, person-to-person transfers, tipping, and bank links are active. Visa Direct is wired in, which I don't like the whole Visa part, but I've talked about that. We'll talk about that some more. We've got 40 plus states that are licensed. The wallet is ready inside posts, DMs, and spaces. X Money is Elon Musk's in-app payment system built directly into X, the everything app, right, that it's being called. Designed to let users send money, tip creators, pay without leaving the platform. It's Elon Musk's step toward turning X into an everything app where you post, you earn, you transact, all in one place. That is what this is. And Dogecoin will not be in it when it first launches. I've been saying that for over a year now. People will still say, oh, there's no Dogecoin. It sucks. We know that. But there's always the hope, the hype, the chance that Dogecoin will be added one day. Now, within all of this, what is moving inside of X Money? Is it some kind of token or some kind of, X thing that's moving around? Well, somebody asked Grok, right? And Grok said, nope, Grok, and even as the AI, Grok, right? Grok isn't using X Money or tokens as digital currency. AI tokens refer to text units for processing. Somebody thought that there was this like AI token that was actually a unit of currency being used. And Grok says, no, that's not true. X Money is X's new payment system launching soon, right? And that was December 20th today. So this was just this morning, right? Launching soon with some Grok integration for insights, but not as currency for Grok itself. Future plans could evolve. Stay tuned, right? So Grok leaves that out there. It's like a little nugget there. Maybe Grok will have some kind of more integration or currency or something. But so that's the latest. I think this could become a relief rally for Dogecoin. As I've been saying, this is the big thing. Now there's other Elon-related things like Tesla and SpaceX where Dogecoin could be used. But so far, Elon is still kind of having fun with Doge. But this would be like X Money launching would be serious for a Dogecoin rally. That's my opinion on it. Let me know yours in the comments below. What do you think about a rally, as I still think we're entering a longer bear market, particularly for alts. Like Bitcoin may hold up a little better, but I don't give alts a lot of chance right now. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.